Summernats. Yeah, had time to unload and just relax really. Just been hanging out with the kids and the missus and doing all the things you do after the massive lead up. So struggled to reply to everybody. It's been a massive month, a lead up and all those things. And I generally try and read all the messages and try and reply, and at a minimum, at least read what people say and all the good or bad comments, whatever. But yeah, the car was freaking awesome. Come back running, one piece. Couldn't thrash it. Just the traffic was just crazy at Summernats. So sit there idling and just foul at the plugs and try and rev it up, and it wasn't worth risking it for me. Obviously, all the lead up and how things went, I wasn't in the mood to blow the thing up. It's such a sweet motor, runs so good, and yeah, everything like that. So I was just happy cruising it, and hearing with everyone's comments and just everyone was so positive, and like just driving around and people, I don't know, clapping and saying well done, and like everybody, I'm talking about people with the most beautiful show cars and beautiful Monaros and whatever. They're just all just into it, which is pretty cool. Obviously, for one, being a rotary, for two, being a bit of a rough car, it was just so accepted, and yeah, it was awesome. You know, some people, you know, might not love it and might just think it's a piece of shit and it shouldn't be there and all those things, but I think it's an engineered car and it's built, and hey, it's to my tastes, and I know how to build a car. I've done restos and painted cars, and I've done all that, and I still love them, and I respect everybody's beautiful RX3s, and I love it. I love it. Love no matter what people do to them, you know, like a built car's a built car. So yeah, it was awesome to get it out and talk to as many people as I could and all those things. So I figure today I'll just do a bit of a video of the snippets of footage I got from some. It's not heaps. I just spent the weekend enjoying it, smiling, chatting to people. Go to film something and someone come up and chat to you, which is all good. So I just end up chatting. I chose chatting over filming. Yeah, so I'll just do a bit of a video and answer some of the questions and thank a heap of the people that helped and all those things. So yeah, car's awesome. Car's in one piece. Molly's octopus lives on. Just people shouting out, "Where's the octopus?" And we'll tell my daughter, and she was just loving it. She's just smiling and thinks it's the coolest thing. We actually drove it around the streets for a couple of days and took it to a rotary cruise here in Adelaide, and people were talking to her about it then. And so yeah, it's awesome. And just yeah, massive thanks to everyone, and what a positive thing it turned out to be. And obviously, yeah, everyone involved, and such a well-received car, which is very unfinished. Trust me, there's so much I want to do with this car. Next step for it is actually go drive it, drift it. So I'm going to go take it and drift it. So to do that, still got no rear brakes on it. I'm going to put hydraulic handbrake, going to roll cage it, just clear coat it probably, and just do a couple of handling things. Get on dyno, get a bit of a tune into it. I will be doing a good ECU and a few little minor touches, new inlet. I'll get a new EFI hardware set up for it because their stuff's freaking beautiful. Yeah, so that's the plans in the very near future, like hopefully the next couple of weeks. I'm going to take it and drift it, get a heap of footage and just go use it. So the footage I'll show you guys now is a bit of driving to the rotary meet. Sadly, the footage didn't turn out real great, but whatever. Once again, I just spent my time enjoying the event and the people, and even while I was there, like some fella, I think he has a nice RX3 Sydney guy, sorry I can't remember your name, just gave me this, which is just, you know, pretty cool. It does work, it's not just a blown up rotary. It does spin, but saying that he has it in his car and shows passengers how rotaries work, and obviously he's a 3D printer, but just unreal. And then at Summernats, a fella rocked up and gave me this, which obviously replaces where your water pump goes down there to run electric water pump. Just a nice clean way. I've found a few people online running them. So he owns Racecast, and he was there in a RX4 wagon. Just lovely guys. So I'll put his page up here and show you all about him. But just what a nice thing to do. Brought it to Summernats, gave it to me. He just said, I've got something for you, and then later in the day it was just in my car. So massive thanks to him and his mate. So they've obviously run a pretty awesome business. Had a quick look, and they're building a V12 LS. So I definitely recommend go and look at their page, which I'll put a link up to here. So yeah, just a couple of the good things, and just meeting all these guys. Tetanus Industries, they gave me the sticker, and just a good bunch of lads just to chat to. And these guys as well, Pro Street, Cartel, just, yeah, massive group of them, like 50 of them. Let me park the car in their tent and stuff, and keeping everything safe, and just being good blokes. Yeah. And then obviously Dale, that's Dale, he works for me, that's his business there. Oh, maybe I'll go there so don't ring him. But yeah, look him up on Facebook or Instagram. Same deal, I'll put links up, because he's obviously a massive part of this build. Dale and I built the car. Dale's a fab guy. I do assembly. It's generally, you know, I come up with the plan, the idea, and Dale can execute it well. If it's done pretty poorly, it's generally by me. So obviously the tunnel being a massive hit at Summernats, everyone was just loving that side of it. So we've clear coated it, which soon will turn into a full clear coated roll cage in here. Obviously naughty Japanese steering wheel, a couple of gauges that stopped working. That's all I had. Obviously the old Digi Dash. Yeah, so a bit about the car for people who don't know. Runs AE86 front end essentially. So coilovers, I'll turn the wheel. Caster brackets, caster rods, lower control arms. It's all off the shelf. Cusco, Japanese made AE6 stuff. So now runs rack and pinion. You can't see jack, but yes. So that's all in here, and it steers so nice. Steering so light and just responsive. Yeah, so that's all in here. Rear end is well, in Australia, our Skyline R31, which is a 4-stud, like 114 stud pattern diff factory and disc brake, which has been shortened with 411 gears, and essentially kind of an A86 rear end in it. So just 4-linked adjustable panhard rod, but it's been made equal length. So that's why these big boxes are in the back of the car. So all 4 arms are the exact same length as each other. So when the diff goes up and down, the pinion angle doesn't change. I've just run it in drift cars, my little red Corolla back there. Just gives you the same grip. Like you dial the grip in, you adjust the pinion angle, and the grip doesn't change. So I've just found it a real good grippy rear end, rear setup. Nice and simple, and works real well. And the boot, probably a mess. Obviously back to the custom strut towers, which is running an S13 Sylvia coilover in it, which is something I haven't done before, but I had the coilovers from a half cut that I brought in from Japan. Fuel system is still just rubbish. Single 044, no surge tank, no nothing, which I'll be changing pre-drifting it, because I don't need to kill my motor if I can help it. Obviously all the exhaust and everything under here still nice and tucked up. And I've seen a couple of people saying like about stainless moving so much and solid mount's not ideal, but it's fine. I've done it heaps before, and I get what everyone's saying, like there's potential for it to crack and whatnot, but we'll see. Drift's pretty harsh on cars. Engine bay temps get real hot and stuff like that, so that'll be a bit of a test. Obviously the coloured bulbs. Yeah, so like a loose run down the car, 20B full PP race motor, old Maztec built. This motor was like built 15 years ago or something, and it's just perfect inside. Then obviously going back to my last video where we chipped the seal, and Stefan, like Parker Motorsports, he obviously freshened it up for me, and it's mint. He actually came to Summernats, which is freaking sick. Heaps of mates come. Heaps of people come to see the car. Like, what the hell? From interstate and stuff, which is mind-blowing. I wish I could have taken everyone for a drive, but if you were at Summernats, you know how busy the event was. Plus, I had 2 cars there. It was chaos. It was hard to like meet up with people, and then I had Donald come take the car for a drive. So I'll put a link up to his video here as well, which is an awesome video. What a top bloke. Good to meet him, you know. I feel like I knew him, just getting the car off him and everything like that. So that was another awesome part of it. Then Ash from Misfire does all the rotary content in Australia, which just another top bloke. Like, he filmed a fair bit. I don't know if he's going to make a video out of it or not. If he does, good. If not, I get it. He's got heaps of stuff on his plate, and yeah, he's always putting out real good content. Like, especially if you're into rotors, like worldwide, he's the guy. He's flying New Zealand, flying everywhere, and just getting rotary footage, which I watch all his stuff, like start to finish, because I love rotors. So I always forget something. Obviously, got merch. I don't know how to show you the back. I'll show you a picture of it. So we got t-shirts and stuff. But I've got an RX3 one, which I'll put a little quick pick up here, which you should have the next 2-3 weeks, hopefully. Once again, like crazy. Sold 600 stickers in probably 12 hours or something, or 2 days, I don't know, pretty quick. My partner, she's been taking care of all that, and she's like on it. As soon as an order comes through, she's packaging it, getting it down to the post office, wants everyone to get them instantly. Just cool, pretty humbling to see the support from people, and hope everyone's happy with what they've got so far. Beautiful quality. Yeah, I know it's not, you know, I haven't got RX3 stuff or anything. There's a lot of Cressida drawing, which a mate drew up, and it's kind of t-shirts have been in the works for a long time, and it's only just kind of come through. So now we're going to try and get on top of it and get more stickers. And my mate Chris Cox been printing the stickers, like high quality stickers, and hopefully get another batch of them. And the day I go down the street and see a sticker on someone's car or someone with a t-shirt on, and that'd be pretty cool. So that's what I'm getting out of that. It'd be a massive, just freaking awesome. Yeah, so obviously, yeah, merch, and I don't know who else to thank, like AAA Exhaust, another SA company who are suppliers for Australia. Do all bending there, mandrel bending, stainless, you name it, they do it there. They opened up when they closed up for 2 weeks, and they just opened up shop for me, let me grab all the materials I need, and yeah, just another sick SA company. It probably won't start on me. I don't want to play that game. Yeah, I don't know who else to thank. Like, obviously, just everyone that helped, from Evan to Dale to bloody Phil with all the wiring and all the help and painting the wheels, and just endless. Like Mid-Coast Diffs, like builds me diffs always. Last minute, he's been building my diffs forever, and just another sick diff. I don't even need to check them. Basically, I'd chuck them in, chuck oil in them, and they're just freaking mint. Without fail, they're quiet, and they do as he says, you know. I'm always a bit of like, I don't care, just chuck it in, run this. He goes the extra bit and makes the best diffs. So, yeah, diffs freaking perfect. Yeah, just everything. Joust Tech, obviously sorting out my wiring, like as far as getting up and running for me and stuff, and going over it for me, and just another little SA company just doing good things, you know, like, yeah, and they were just there for me when I needed them. I basically said it to them, like, bring it down anytime, whenever, we'll get it done for you. And they did, you know, so pretty cool. So I'll chuck up a heap of that footage, like startup footage, bit of dyno footage, just whatever I've got. So the video might look a little messy, but I'll put up what I got. The next video of this car, I'm going to be skidding it. It's going to be freaking 10,000 and some action. No more talking about the car that idles around. So yeah, here's and enjoy the video of my genuine 10A RX3.
Jay. Bye-bye, Jay.